All right, guys, it is John Tilley here with Ian Smith, and welcome to another Hot Seat. This is where we bring on experts to really help you bring the expertise around a specific pain point so you can use that information to scale and grow your Amazon business. Ian is the founder and CEO of Evolve Media, which pretty much helps you specifically around creating Facebook ads and driving traffic to your Amazon or Shopify store, as well as messenger bots. I think that's his key focus as an agency, and just all around, a knowledgeable guy. We've had a few sessions already, and he definitely knows his stuff. So I'm excited about this session. So welcome in.
Yeah, thanks, John, for having me.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I always like interviewing you because you have that awesome blue background. It's pretty soothing.
Thanks, man.
Okay, okay. So the two things I want to cover with you today, specifically, is around the use case of if I'm an Amazon seller and I'm launching a new product. There's obviously ways to optimize your listing and use PPC to ensure that you can have a good launch phase. But another really important tactic outside of messenger bots, because that's definitely a good tactic as well, but specifically driving Facebook traffic to your Amazon listing and the process of doing that and how you could get outside traffic to the Amazon listing, which we know the A10 algorithm likes a lot and will help you with your kind of ranking during launch. So I'd like to dive into your tactics around that specifically. And then secondly, let's talk about growing an email list and why that's important and what is your kind of standard operating procedure to slowly or consistently, I would say is the better word, growing your email list. So those are the two things I want to dive in today over the next few minutes. Sound good?
Yeah, man, sounds good. So, like you mentioned, we are an Amazon marketing agency that really specializes in running Facebook ads and running messenger bots for Amazon sellers. So, really, the Facebook ad strategies that I want to share with you guys are mostly, going to help you with running traffic to your Amazon listings in two ways. Okay, the first way is just direct, right? It's just a Facebook ad clicking over directly to your product listing. Now, you definitely want to use some kind of smart link strategy. For example, Pixelfy.me is one that we use a lot. It works really well. It actually opens the Amazon app, which is great because they're already logged in and they can easily click buy now and check out. You also want to just keep in mind that you don't necessarily want to drive a whole bunch of cold traffic to your Amazon listing because that's going to hurt your page conversion rates. So if you're trying to drive cold traffic to your Amazon product pages, then I would recommend building out Facebook Canvas pages. Now, these are actually not brand new. They've been around for a long time, but a lot of sellers and Facebook advertisers are still not really even leveraging and using these free resources. So a Canvas page, or what Facebook calls an instant experience, is basically a free landing page that you can build out inside your Facebook fan page. Now, to get there, you need to go to your Facebook fan page, go to Publishing Tools, and then in the bottom left corner, kind of hidden, is where you'll find Instant Experience. And you can build out these pages. You can add auto-playing videos that play with sound. You can put in images. You can have image galleries where they can swipe through when they're viewing the page. You can put in buttons, copy, all kinds of stuff. It's like a full-out landing page that you can build inside your Facebook fan page. And these Canvas pages or instant experiences is what you link up with your Facebook ad so that when they see your Facebook ad, they click on it and it immediately opens up this Canvas page. And then in that Canvas page, this is, like I mentioned, for cold traffic. So it's going to really sell your product, the features and benefits. And then when they want to click through to your Amazon listing from that instant experience Canvas page, then you're going to want to also use that smart link technology, Pixelfy, to use that link to get them from Canvas over to your Amazon listing so that it's going to then open up the Amazon app.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let's unpack that because I think there's so much good information there. And what I want to just summarize for the listeners here is as Amazon sellers, and especially SMBs who are starting their first product, the idea of one, understanding how to use Amazon to its full potential is a big challenge. And number two, then understanding how to, drive proper paid media traffic from Facebook, to a website, how to get cold, warm leads, etc., and all that to your Amazon listing to eventually buy a product, can seem, a pretty big thing to unpack, and the strategies that you're including here are awesome because the first one we can talk about is, hey, I can drive traffic from Facebook direct to my Amazon listing, where it actually in a mobile experience actually opens up in the app. So I think that's critical for people to understand, because it's just reduced that obstacle of like, hey, I need to build a website, I need to link that to my Amazon page, etc., etc. I think that gets more insurmountable. And then secondly, to try and warm that lead up, we can talk about the canvas piece, which I think is a really cool idea. So can you walk through on the first one, which is, hey, I want to drive traffic to my listing direct. Can you kind of just walk through, I guess, a little bit around the tips in terms of how you would target warmer traffic, because you only want to drive warmer traffic because it's ultimately someone who you want to get people direct to your listing who are going to want to buy. They're not there to learn; they want to buy, right? If there's a way, and then just walk through the kind of the Pixelfy Me smart URL and what that actually does, and how that works from a mobile experience and gets the traffic directly there.
Yeah. So, there's cold traffic, right? Which if you don't have any Amazon data and no customers or anything like that, then you're only going to be leveraging cold traffic, right? And you're going to be trying to warm up that cold traffic to get them to buy. Then there's warm traffic.
Just for the listeners, cold traffic basically means, traffic that doesn't really, they don't know what your product is, they don't know what your brand is, they've just literally seen an ad and they're like, oh, that's interesting. They're very cold, they're uneducated. Warmer traffic is when they've started to potentially either look for a product like yours or they've engaged with your brand already. So I just want to, some people don't understand that difference. I just want to clarify that.
Yeah, basically cold is like they've never heard of your brand. Warm is they know about your brand. They have some level of awareness. So cold traffic, that's definitely option one if you don't have warm traffic. Warm traffic, and this is a great strategy that we use a lot in the agency. So when we work with Amazon sellers, we love it when they have already a customer base. Like if they've been selling for several years already and maybe they've got a couple thousand customers, that we can export out of their Seller Central account in the form of a CSV file, and then we can import that into another software that we use called ZonGuru. So if you don't know how to export these fulfillment reports or these customer databases from your Amazon Seller Central account, then here's how you do it, okay? So you go into the reports section at the top in the nav bar, and then along the left side, it's going to say fulfillment reports. And then you just download a CSV file for a specific month in time, right? You can actually go back a year and a half and download each monthly fulfillment report, and then you can save those. I highly recommend doing that because after a year and a half passes, they start to expire and you don't have access to download those anymore. So you download these fulfillment reports. These fulfillment reports are going to have order information, so like what ASIN they bought, what the price was, their name, their shipping address, stuff like that. So you'll import those CSV files into ZonGuru, which is, if you're curious about ZonGuru, you can head over to getzonguru.com. Basically, all this software, this tool does is it will connect into your Facebook Business Manager, your ad account, through the API, so that you can literally upload your Amazon customer data into Facebook, and the match rate is around 80 to 90%. So Facebook then gets that information in that CSV file and then connects it with user accounts. So that way you can actually target your Amazon customers with Facebook and Instagram ads. And then now we're back to the whole warm traffic topic, where it's like, that's warm traffic, right? These are customers that have bought from you in the past, and whether you want to get them to buy the same product again, if it's like a consumable product like a lotion or supplement or something like that, or if you're trying to cross-sell them on another product, or if you're trying to launch a new product and you want to hit up all your past customers and say, hey, we just launched this new item, take advantage of it with this high discount or something like that. But you target all your past customers from Amazon with Facebook ads, and you can then either drive them directly to your product listing or drive them to an instant experience canvas page, which then links them over to the listing.
So one question I have on that is in theory, what's happening, with the download of these reports is you're uploading it into Facebook to technically create a profile around that type of user. So is it a lookalike audience, which is based on the profile of those audiences, or are you actually targeting those specific customers?
So it's a custom audience. It's a legit, you're targeting those specific people, those exact people. So you can do a lot of this stuff with this. Once you get that data into Facebook, you can target them directly with a custom audience. You can create a lookalike audience. This data is being imported and uploaded to a Facebook pixel. So then you actually have conversion tracking. So you can actually see when you run these Facebook ads targeting them, you can actually, in your ads manager, you'll be able to see purchase attribution, and you'll be able to see which ad led to a purchase. And then you also have that order amount data. So then you can actually see return on ad spend. All that gets put into Facebook. So then you can do the return on ad spend column, and you can see, okay, I spent $5 and it resulted in $15. So that's a 3x return on ad spend. It all shows it right there inside the ads manager. Now, I just want to be clear though, with this strategy, it really works best with thousands of customers. If you have just like under 100 or a couple hundred Amazon customers, I wouldn't even really recommend trying this, because it's just not enough data to really be able to work for you. If you have at least 5,000 or 10,000 Amazon customers and you can import that into Facebook, that's really the level at minimum that I would say you should be at to do this strategy.
Yeah, that's awesome. So basically the software is effectively matching up your buyer's information with their Facebook accounts and then target them directly. And then obviously you can create even if that's working, great, but regardless, you should be able to create a lookalike audience, which is the general traits of that specific audience, which you can use for your cold traffic and Canva process as well, just to help you to target them a little bit more closely. Yeah, that's amazing. Mm-hmm. And then basically once they click, for example, let's say you've uploaded those and you're driving these warmer traffic direct to your Amazon page. That smart URL, what does it actually do that it can open it up on the on the app? Does it essentially show it as organic traffic going to your listing page, or paid traffic, or outside traffic? How does it work?
So it would look like outside traffic. So what Amazon would see is that Facebook LinkedIn traffic from Facebook, and then it resulted in a purchase on Amazon. But yeah, I mean, it's called like a deep link. So basically linking them from Facebook directly into your Amazon app is a deep link. And it's really powerful, because if you didn't use this Pixelfy software, then basically Facebook would open them up in the Facebook browser and they would not be logged into their Amazon account. They would then have to log in. Everybody doesn't know their passwords. Who remembers all their passwords and stuff? So like the chances of them converting is nearly zero. So we've seen a massive conversion rate bump when we started using smart linking softwares like Pixelfy and just getting them right into the app where they're already logged in and stuff like that.
Nick, Fernando, and Anthony are going to have to give us a beer for plugging Pixelfy.
Yeah, I know,
right? No, it's a cool software for sure. Cool. So the other strategy, just to cover on that, is essentially saying, hey, if I don't have this warmer traffic, let me use Canvas, which you talked about, which I think is awesome. Basically, you're creating a mini web page within Facebook, and the trick on that is to use a lookalike audience or some type of audience that you can create with your ads and drive them to that page. And that page should really try and educate them around the benefits, the features of that product, and then have that same link taking them to Amazon from there. So hopefully they've got 2 clicks, right? They have to click on the ad and then they're on that page and they have to click again. But hopefully when they're going to the Amazon listing, it's like their intent to purchase is so much higher because they're educated on what your product is.
Yeah, definitely. And you can also, so let's say that you're launching a new product or something, and so you're doing a cross sell, right? You're targeting all your past Amazon customers, you're showing them this instant experience page, and then maybe you're linking them to a different product than they originally purchased because this is a brand new product that you're trying to launch, right? Well, on that instant experience, you can give them a promo code to save 25%, or, you don't have to do the 100% off rebate campaign that everybody does where you give away free products. You can just do a 25% off promo code, and in that Canvas page, you show them the product, the features and benefits, videos of the product, and then you say, hey, to get it now, we're doing a pre-sale special or something. You can give them a promo code right there inside the Canvas page, and then they can go and buy it and use that promo code on Amazon. You can also just do the more simpler approach where you do like an Amazon coupon where they go to the listing and then they have that little box that says check this box to save 10% or something like that. You can also do that strategy as well.
Awesome. Yeah, and just to kind of wrap that up, because I think at the end of the day, people are like, oh, but am I going to like spend all this cash and not get sales and et cetera, et cetera. And I think the advice I would give them here is just try it. If you've got your listing optimization and your PPC down when you launch your product, great. That's on Amazon. You got that dialed in. If you can drive a little bit of outside traffic and again, warm traffic, so it doesn't affect your conversion rates. And even if you get just a few sales from that, at the end of the day, that's going to really help with your ranking and your success of your product, because Amazon is saying, hey, this guy's spending money to drive outside traffic that Amazon wouldn't have gotten to this listing, and he's getting sales from it, which is making us Amazon money. So why would we not support him, or her? And that's an important piece. Yeah.
Well, and the other thing we didn't even cover yet is the whole getting their email address or getting them as a messenger bot subscriber. So when you target all your Amazon customers with these ads, you can then link them into Messenger, and maybe you give them, you tell them to enter to win, and you run some kind of giveaway campaign. So they enter to win XYZ, or they enter into Messenger to then get a promo code or a discount code, or run a rebate campaign and give them something completely free. And then through that giveaway entry process or the rebate campaign or wherever they're getting their promo code, you get their email address from them, and then you can continuously email market to them. But that's really the best way to get your Amazon customers' email address, is by literally having them give it to you. Because there are those other ways, the email appends. I'm sure you guys have heard of those, where you use like your fulfillment report, and then they try to like cross match some emails, and it's like you're getting garbage emails. I would never recommend the email append service. I would definitely just recommend trying to target your customers directly and then get them to give you their best email address by giving them a little something, whether it's a promo code or a completely free product, or they're just entering to win something.
Yeah, I think that's critical. I think it's really an important point there that I just want to reemphasize is, make sure that you're saying, hey, enter your email address to get something. Because if you're just saying, hey, like, give us your email address, they're just going to put in any email address. So if you can even word it in a way where it's like, hey, give us your email address, and we'll email you this code or this free thing or something. So they know that it kind of makes them feel like, hey, I need to put in my proper email address so I get something for that. And then obviously on the next page in Messenger, you can still give them the access code and everything, but at least you set it up in a way where they want something, and they know they have to put in their right email address to get that thing. That's the important piece.
Yeah. Like for the rebate campaign, that's how they actually get the actual gift card rebate or the PayPal payment, right? They got to give an accurate, legit email in order to actually receive their refund or rebate.
Gotcha. Perfect. So just to walk that through again, and we'll talk about the benefits of creating an email list in a second, but so the process would be create a Facebook ad, right? And then drive traffic direct from that to your Facebook Messenger, and then have a messenger bot that obviously says, hey, welcome, goes through the messenger flow, and then obviously offers the promo and the discount for the email address. And then, once that's all worked through, get them to the Amazon page to convert. Or is it Facebook ad to, Instant Experience, I think it was called, right? Instant Experience. Mm-hmm. Or Canvas. And then, from there, have a link on there saying, hey, if you'd like a promotion, discounts, whatever, click here, and that goes to Messenger. What's the right flow?
Oh man, all the above, really. I mean, there's so many different options. I mean, you'll see a better click-through rate with the instant experience, because they're not having to jump into Messenger. Like, you're making them jump through less hoops. They just click a button, it opens up a page, and then that links them to Amazon. if you want them to jump through the hoops of getting them as a messenger bot subscriber and going through that process, then I would say it's got to be worth their time, right? So you got to really incentivize them with either the enter to win or a free product, or you have to give them more value if you want to get them into Messenger. If you're just simply trying to just get them from Facebook to your Amazon product listing page, then a Canvas instant experience is going to work just fine.
Can you capture email addresses on Canvas? And they'll give it to you?
You can't. You used to be able to. Canvas used to have lead forms, but now you actually have to use a Facebook lead ad in order to be able to capture their name, email, even phone number. I mean, it's still possible. You can use a Facebook lead ad and hit them in order to get their email right there through the Facebook platform. And that it auto-populates. I mean, it's definitely something worth testing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, gotcha. So it's either that, or then you'd have to get them into a messenger flow to actually get them to type in their email address.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And just maybe your kind of top reasons why creating a email list over time is such an important thing to do.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, well, for acquisition purposes, if you ever want to sell your business, having an email is going to give you a higher multiple, right? If you want to launch new products and expand your product line, it's that much easier to tell all of your customers, hey, we've got this new product, go buy it. For lookalike purposes, you can import in your email list into Facebook and create a lookalike audience of all your email addresses that you have. Email marketing is a very low cost per acquisition. You don't have to pay Facebook to reach that individual. You can simply send them an email, and I highly recommend hitting your email list regularly because it will go cold, it will go stale, and it won't work as well for you. So you gotta at least be hitting it weekly. Give them pieces of content, give them blogs, give them recipes, give them any kind of touch point that's not always sales driving. It can just be saying, hey, we created this new thing, or hey, happy holidays, happy Mother's Day. But yeah, having an email list and doing email marketing regularly, it's definitely going to help you scale your business.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously there's software you can use to automate that email sequence, and you set it up once and then it kind of drips it out to your customers. But yeah, it's super critical, and I think that's the piece that helps Amazon sellers to be successful in terms of the jump from, hey, I've got a cash flow Amazon business where I just sell products, to, hey, I'm building a proper brand with a brand experience, because now the initial experience is the sale on Amazon, but then you have all that opportunity for brand experience, creating brand ambassadors, and building up a loyal customer over time, which, to your point, is the piece that adds multiples to your business when you're ready to sell it.
Yeah, and that's really what we focus on inside our agency is brand building. We're not able to really offer that much value to the sellers that are just trying to sell a product and just get cash flow. The sellers that are trying to build a brand, expand their product line, potentially cash out one day, that's what we really work best with, is helping them build more of their brand assets and then building that brand awareness. That's really the sellers that we bring most value to.
Awesome, man. Well, that was a solid hot seat. I think there's a lot of great value there. So thanks, Ian. I really appreciate it. I think this is going to be a winner with the group.
Definitely.
So, if they want to connect with you, learn more about your services, see if it's a good fit for them, or anything else, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
Yeah, so our main website is evolvemedia.agency. There's no .com or anything. You just simply go to www.evolvemedia.agency. I also have a YouTube channel. You can find me there. Just go to YouTube and search Ian Smith Amazon. I'm pretty sure that I come up. My name Ian Smith is so generic that there's a couple other guys out there that are named Ian Smith, so they may come up. But if you do Ian Smith Amazon, you'll find my YouTube channel. I've got a ton of videos giving Amazon sellers tips on how to grow and how to build messenger bots and Facebook ad stuff. But yeah, you can book a call with me. I am constantly offering free consulting calls to new Amazon sellers, established Amazon sellers, just giving them free advice on how to scale their business and take things to the next level.
Awesome. Yeah. So as I said earlier, just try it. Jump in, book a call, and I think it'll definitely help your business. So, yeah, I look forward to the next one. I know there's going to be more. We've already done a YouTube, but there's so much stuff that we can unpack together on this. So, I look forward to the next one. And yeah, thanks a lot.
Me too, man. Yeah. Thanks so much for taking the time and having me on your podcast and hot seat series. And I definitely look forward to doing another one, man. Anytime you're ready, let me know.
All right, sounds good.